No degree of separation. That's the title today, and I chose that because I really believe that's what's required for us to create a world that is inclusive. No degree of separation. Now you may think, oh, Rev. Cherie, don't we have that golden rule thing? What does that golden rule say? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And I've got to tell you that most of our major religions in the world have some version of that. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And yet, there are wars that are raging on this planet. Religion against religion. There are wars being waged due to ethnicity differences. There are wars occurring because someone's skin is a different color. Do unto others as we would have them do unto us. It seems that it has become a little tribal, meaning that, oh, that's only applicable to our people. No degree of separation. That's what it's going to take for us to create that inclusive world. Now, some of you may have heard of the degree of separation through the play or the movie 6 Degrees of Separation. How many of you have heard that? Yeah, okay. And so that has come to define, and there's even been recent social media studies, that we know someone on this planet by a separation of no more than 6 to 7 people. So what does degree of separation really be defined to mean? It says, a degree of separation is a measure of social distance between people. You are 1 degree away from everyone you know, 2 degrees away from everyone they know, and so on. And I'm suggesting we go to no degree of separation. Now here in Unity, we intellectually understand that, what, we're all aspects of God. Therefore, who I am is a reflection of who you are. But do we know that? Deep in our being. Know that. Do we operate from our lives from that understanding that there is no degree of separation? That we are all connected. That we are all from the same God. That we are all similar beings. Maybe expressing a little differently, maybe having different gifts, maybe our soul journeys look a little different, but that's really about it. So the challenge that we have is to operate in the world from that perspective. Now this is not news. This is This is not a new theory. I'm actually going to read an excerpt from the Gospel of Thomas, the Gospel according to Thomas. And that is a non-canonical gospel. Non-canonical means that the founding fathers who created what text could go into the New Testament and the Old Testament decided that this one didn't cut it. And we didn't even know anything about it until the Nag Hammadi caves in Egypt, when they discovered like the Dead Sea Scrolls and all these things, and they discovered the Gospel according to Thomas. And in it is supposed to be the sayings that Jesus spoke. And I love this book. You've seen it before. I've used it before. And it's called The Kingdom Within, and it's the inner meaning of Jesus' sayings. And it's written by John Sanford, and it was a text that we used in seminary, and I still love it. I still hold on to it. So I'm going to read the excerpt, and it's from Log Iron 22. When you make the two one, and you make the inner as the outer, and the outer as the inner, and the above as the below, and when you make the male and female into a single one, so that the male will not be male and the female will not be female, then shall you enter the kingdom. And then Sanford says this: the opposite sides of personality are so different that only a great force can draw them together in union. This power is love. Love is a stronger power than the forces of disunion. In love, even the opposites can become one, and their differences unite in one indivisible whole. This is why love is the strongest power there is, stronger than sin or death. So it's not news. And our work, as I've been talking about all summer, is to uncreate that which is no longer working. I've spoken before about uncreating systems that we have created in fear. And now I'm talking about uncreating things that separate us. And the reality is that we wouldn't be separated if we weren't afraid. If we weren't afraid, there would be no need for separation. So we're really talking about similar things, just in another way of looking at it. This summer at the convention, Father Boyle was one of the keynote speakers. Now, I don't know if you know Father Boyle. Father Boyle is this wonderful Jesuit priest who has worked with the gangs in LA. And he's created Homeboy Industries. And his claim to fame has been to be available when a gang member no longer wants to be part of the gang. One of the things that he said that I thought was really interesting was that there's so many theories about why there are gangs, why gangs are in existence, and he just summarized it as it's a sense of hopelessness, that they cannot see themselves in the future. And I thought that was really profound, a sense of hopelessness. And so what he does is he has different industries where gang members can come in and work. The catch is they are working side by side opposite gangs. Gangs that they were just trying to kill a few weeks or days ago. And in each incident, they have formed a kinship. And Father Boyle said that kinship is one of the highest of spirituality. One of the highest aspects of spirituality is kinship. And so that made me kind of look at, well, what is kinship? Is it going to click again? Nope, okay. Kinship. The bond of blood or marriage which binds people together in a group is called kinship. And then, taking it a little deeper, the Dictionary of Anthropology says, kinship system includes socially organized relationships based on supposed as well as actual genealogical ties. These relationships are the result of social interaction and recognized by society. Kinship. So we've even created separation through kinship, actually. Because, you know, we're very clever human beings. So in kinship, we get, this is my family, my tribe, my race, my class, my religion, my gang. And what we do then is there's this sense of I love my kin and I can hate others. My kin versus others. But imagine if we had no degree of separation. That meant we were all kin. That meant that love that we show to our parents or our siblings or our loved ones, we would demonstrate to every person that we met. So I'd be walking down the road, someone would go, hey Cherie, I know that you love whatever. Why don't you come on over and I'll make this for you. Kinship. That's what moms do, right? When the kids are away and they finally come home, they make their favorite dishes, right? What would that be like? To know that as you interact with each other, you are going to be treated with kindness. You are going to be treated with acceptance. You are going to be wanted. You are going to be respected. You are going to be loved. Just as you are. That's the world that I think that we can create together. Once we understand that there is no degree of separation. So the question that came up for me is, well, is oneness really possible? And there's this lovely quote that I found from an article, What is Oneness by Roger Gabriel. It was on the Deepak Chopra website. So, is it ever possible to know oneness? Yes, but only by direct experience, when we go beyond the mind, intellect, and ego. Oneness is the coming together of all opposites. It's always with us as the basis and underlying essence of everything. It's nothing in itself, but holds the potential for everything. We have to go beyond the senses, beyond duality, to find oneness. In our society right now, we are so opposed, left versus right. And I'm here to tell you that both are necessary for wholeness. Did you hear me? Both are necessary for wholeness. We spend so much time avoiding those dark places within ourselves. They are necessary to the wholeness. We've spent so much time avoiding those shadows within us that we've almost disassociated. And we've put these shadow things outside of ourselves, and then we get to see them in others. And then we loathe and we hate. The work that we need to do is really to integrate the shadow, to love it, to know that it's part of the wholeness. It's part of the human experience. And that's why I'm so excited about this program, because we get to do that. We get the opportunity to look at our shadows, to embrace them, to love them, to not blame, no shame, no guilt about it. Can I be jealous? Absolutely. Absolutely. When there are all these women that are hovering around Grant and they're just making conversation with him because they love his accent, can I get a little like, Yes. Yes, I can. And that's all right. That's part of the whole. But in that understanding that that is part of me, I'm not suppressing it to the point where it then explodes out in inappropriate behavior, because it's there anyway. You see what I'm saying? So I've made peace with that. So we have this opportunity, and I hope that you will partake in this Shadow to Light program. Next week, I also hope that you will join us, because I've really been asked to do the tithe blessing monthly. So the second Sunday of the month is when we will do the tithe blessing. And for those of you who haven't partaken in that, partaken? Which one? Which one? Partaken, thank you. All I had to do was look at Sharon. I know she has my back on that. What we do is we do it as an experience, as a ritual, in which we bless each other. I bless you for what you give to us, and then we bless you as well. So I hope that